go and see what's happening.
Part 4 of Team Chukle Racing documentary. We're just doing a track walk. Say hello to driver number 1.
Hello.
Driver number 2. How excited are you this morning?
Quite.
Quite excited or a lot excited?
Quite.
How on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Good skills. So we've come up. It's a bit of a trek. Needed to go camp halfway up. So we've got the starting ramp here. Queuing up there. Come up. Straight down there. There's the Land Rover in the way now, but it moves out of the way. There's your first straight, and as we walk down, you'll see how the track develops into what should be 2 minutes of chaos. Let's go and do a track walk.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The fag. Team Chukle. Chukle brothers, apparently.
So, driver number 1, he's going for a healthy start to the morning. Tin of Monster, cigarette. For the first straight, to be honest, it's a bit bumpy. There's not been much track repair going on here. Spits and spots. Obviously, we're just going to walk past on there. And it's not very steep, this first bit, so the push off the ramp's pretty vital. And it's quite tight. So we're coming down. Probably not going very fast right here.
Maybe only 60, 70 perhaps.
Yeah. Driver number 1's joking. Probably doing about 10, if that. And then, just like when we're training up on Cleo, doing a bit of testing, you might have seen. They're on YouTube. Subscribe to Team Chukle Racing. We are on there. And then you come around the first bend, 90 degree.
Team Chukle, fuck yeah!
Beep! And you come around the first bend. It's pretty 90 degree, like it says on the tin. Cattle grid there. Bug it if you go over running. And then turn number 1. It's pretty downhill from there. Again, looks pretty quite smooth on the entry and exit to turn 1. And then again, the track needs a bit of new tarmac. They've repaired it where they can. Hopefully our low ground clearance won't be too much for it. So you're coming down straight number 2. I'd give it a good racing name, but I don't want to. It's not up to me to decide what track's called.
Call this a point of no return?
This is definitely the point of no return. Because, to be honest, there's hedge outside. Don't fancy bailing in the hedge if I don't like it. Big grass verge outside. If we bail into the big grass verge, we break the chukle buggy, and then Poker can't have another go. That might irritate him. So continuing the track walk. It's patched up where possible. It's a bit like Monaco in a way. It is tight, and it's a street circuit. We're not in a street though. We're in a field.
No tunnel.
And there is no tunnel, but it's close. On it. There is no tunnel, but the finish line is low enough to be a tunnel. So we're coming down, still coming down the second straight after the first bend. Here's where your timing gates are. There's a timing gate chap. He's a techie dude. He's got to be the techie dude because he knows what he's doing. You get your speed from here.
You want to say a few words for the documentary?
And then it's tight, very tight going through there. Coming into, well, the third bend goes a bit that way and then it kinks back that way. So it's a little right and lefter. Smooth on the entry, rumply on the exit. And then you come down. Hopefully we don't get red flagged. And we don't go that way. Why is he going that way? I don't know. So then you've done the little right and left there, and then it opens up to the countryside. You see your first sign of spectators, or spectators, depending on where you're from. Driver number 2 will come back. Driver number 1 will come back in a minute and tell you who they are. They'll be lining up here. And then, as you can see, the track gets smooth. They have done some very good upgrades to this bit of the surface. Again, you don't want to come off sideways because there's a little bit of a ridge on that side, and again there's the bank on that side. You're not going to vault over there, Poke? Yeah, good point. Yep, there's your refreshment tent and your bar area, donuts and burgers. What more can you ask for? I think on the wide open spaces that we've got here, they're going to do a bit of lawnmower racing, rally car demonstrations, things like that on the outskirts. But something more for the spectators. Not that they'll need it because we'll be nailing it. Driver number 1, what's going to be situated behind the tape-in?
Spectators, we have spectators.
Plenty of spectators. So, once again, the track gets smooth here. Good upgrades for the track this year. Possibly last year, where did it come? So, it looks pretty new though. Opens up in, well, after that little kinky lefty-righty, it's a smooth right-hander, really, till the track surface changes. And then, new for this year, probably should have, last year even, they've put in a chicane, which when we were walking up the track didn't look that daunting. Now it does. So you come down, the track surface changes again, gets a bit more old school, a bit more bumpy. Coming into the chicane, it's a left-right chicane, kink and left. But as we walk round, you'll be able to see that it opens up a little bit. So as soon as you get round it, you can pretty much straight line it down into the final couple of bends. You come around, you kink in, and then, as you can see, you can pretty much straight line it a little bit if you're brave enough. You don't really want to do that because that's a bit of speed wobbling if you keep going sideways like that in such an area. Driver number 1 just demoing there. So you come around, still sweeping right-hander after the chicane. And then as soon as you come through the chicane, you start straight up. You see the I'm going to call it the wall of death. Really, it's not really a wall of death because it's not a round thing made of wood. It is a long line of bales that in previous years has caught many a person out at this last corner. This documentary is meant to be like a U-poke. So far, we've had Team Chukle racing. He's not done it this time.
Fuck yeah!
And some flying birds, but you know, we'll go for it. So we're coming into the last bend. It's another. Well, it looks quite sweeping, but when you look from it up there, it's not. And there is the wall of bales that we don't really want to enter because it's pretty daunting. It will hurt and break things. And then so by the time you see, it doesn't look so bad when you look up the track, but then when you come around it does. And then it's away to the finish line. Depends how much of that corner you think you can snick a bit of corner, straighten her up, and you're away. Checkered flag. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt.
Take your trousers off and empty the shit from your pants.
Yeah. New pants required. Happy days. And a part 4.